Alright, what's going on guys? It's GSR here. So basically I wanted to talk to you guys today about things that I would like to see changed in Mortal Kombat 11. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first issue for me would have to be the lack of combo potential in this game. I think that is really disappointing in this game, especially with a game with brand new graphics and crushing blows. The amount of creativity that you can do in this game if they gave you a lot of combo options would be really insane. It would really be really awesome. Now back in the 3D era, even the 2D era, back in the old MKs, you could come up with really creative combos. Even in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, you could come up with some really dope ass creative combos. And in this game, you can't do that. Like, it's very boring and very repetitive, and the only reason why the combos look cool to do is because of the flashy ass graphics and the crushing blows. So hopefully in the future they decide to expand the combo potential in this game, and I'm really hoping that they actually do something like that in the far future. Alright guys, so another thing that I would like to see changed in this game would have to be the fatal blow system in this game. It completely destroys the game's meta, because when you're at 30% or lower, I have to respect the idea that I might get hit with your bullshit ass fatal blow because you have access to armor on it, and it makes no sense because it requires no resources whatsoever. So you pretty much just have it at your disposal when you're at 30% or lower, and that's not right at all. It's already bad enough there's characters in this game not even playing the game's meta, but then you add a fatal blow in this and it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So now I have to turtle up, I have to respect you even though I'm the one winning the fight, and this allows you to enforce some type of pressure. This allows you to grab me for free, all this corny ass shit, and I'm just sitting here like, yo, this is wild, B. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I remember back in MK9, MKX, and Justice 1 and 2, if you use all bars of your meter, you understand what I'm saying? Whether you whiffed it or the opponent blocked it and punished you for it, you lost it. You lost all your resources too, and you were at a huge disadvantage, especially if the opponent had like 2 bars or a bar of meter, because you couldn't break out of that combo. You understand what I'm saying? And in this game, that shit doesn't apply. You see how this dude literally used his fatal blow? I blocked it and I tried to punish him, but what's ironic about the particular situation is that his fatal blow is still there, bro. Look at that. You see that? It's still there. Like, who thought this was a good idea? That's how you know this game is meant for beginner players who are not that good at the game, bro. How is it that you're rewarding the people who don't have to grind it out like I did when I was a little bit younger? You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense, bro. You're just, you can't even tell if the player is good or not because of all this new friendly ass shit in the fucking game. So I believe the fatal blow system in this game needs to be changed to where it costs us some type of resources and stuff like that, like 2 bars of offensive meter and a bar of, you know, your defensive bar, or like a bar of your defensive bar and a bar of your offensive meter, and that would make perfect sense. You understand what I'm saying? They got to do something to make that more balanced and fair, because I don't like the idea that you can have that at your disposal and now I have to turtle up and respect you, and there's certain parts where I'm just like YOLO, and I just don't even give a shit because I'm gonna just keep hitting your ass. You understand what I'm saying? So I just think that needs to be changed. And now I'm gonna talk about the crushing blows in this game and why they're pretty much unbelievably skillless and why they're dumb as hell. So with that being said, let's get started on that. Alright guys, so the reason why I would like to see the crushing blows changed in this game is because, first of all, the crushing blow damage in this game is unfair as fuck. It does way too much fucking damage. Anytime your crushing blow is going way past fatal blow damage, we have a fucking issue. I believe crushing blows should range between 10% all the way up to like 17%, and that's pretty much it. I don't like the idea that you're able to sit here and capitalize off of one mistake that I made, and you can get like 30 to 31%. And a prime example of this would have to be Gears' 422 string, where he could literally break your leg and go way past fatal blow damage in this fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't make any sense because he gets like 34 to damn near 35% damage, and that's completely unfair. Not only that, right? The throws in this game make no sense anyway, because 14 plus 14 is literally 28% damage. So if I throw you twice in a row, that's literally 28% damage. And this is a clear indication of how fucked up the fatal blow system is in this game with Scarlet. You see how I got cheated out of that? I should have won that. I got really mad. I almost punched my TV, by the way, but I didn't. Thank goodness, because I was an inch away from punching my TV because that was fucked up. That's the reason why I think this game is noob friendly. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue on with the crushing blows. If I was to throw you a 3rd time in a row, right, that's an extra 14% damage, which means what? 14 plus 14 plus 14 equals what? 42% fucking damage. So why did they think it was a good idea to give a huge portion of these characters access to a goddamn crushing blow on their throat? I have to fear the idea that I might get hit with a crushing blow with your throw because it's skillless, and this is a prime example of a skillless ass crushing blow where you can sit here and I'm going to be so intimidated to check your throw that I allow you to get free throws on me. So I just sit there and accept it. There's no reason for you to have a crushing blow on your throws, man. They already do 14% damage. You understand what I'm saying? That's a 2 damage buff compared to MKX, because MKX throws, they were literally 12%. You understand what I'm saying? And in this game, it's 14%. So that's unbelievably strong. And then you add a crushing blow to that. Come on, bro, it's game over. And that's probably why people get really irritated with Kung Lao, because they're constantly getting thrown and losing damage, and there's nothing you can do about it. You understand what I'm saying? And then when he has access to that crushing blow, that can cause even more problems. So I think the crushing blows need to go on the throws, and they need to add that crushing blow requirement to something totally different. I don't care how long it takes them to rework this game, as long as they fix this major issue. And I believe crushing blows, when it comes to damage, I think it should range between 10 to 15 to possibly 18% damage. And for like counter crushing blows and shit like that, it should be around like what? I want to be fair here, like probably 19% or some shit like that. Like say for instance, the full combo, like say for instance, like yours is 422, right? His full combo of that is like 12% or some shit like that. You can bump that up to around like 19% or possibly like 18% or something like that, to where it's balanced out and it's fair. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think it's fair that you can sit here and I make one mistake and all of a sudden, bro, I'm losing all my health. Liu Kang is a prime example of this. If he hits you with his back throw that leaves you unbelievably close to him, he can sit here and go directly into a parry, and if you up 2 or up 3, he gets a free crushing blow that does unbelievable amounts of fucking damage to you. Jade is a prime example of that as well. You understand what I'm saying? She hits you twice in a row with her amplified parry. She gets like 30 to 34 fucking % damage for free just because you guessed wrong. It just doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't seem right at all. So now I'm going to talk about the meter system in this game and why I dislike the meter system in this game. Alright guys, so the reason why I highly dislike the meter system in this game is because I remember back in MK9, MKX, and Justice 1 and 2, you had to work to build that meter, and in this game, you just have it at your disposal. I remember the first hit meant absolutely everything, and that's why a lot of people were so focused on getting that first hit, because if they got that bar meter, that could change the course of the fight. And what's crazy about this meter system in this game is that if I chip you out, right, because you're on life support, not only do the defensive bars help you live a lot longer when you should have already hit the fucking ground, but once you get chipped out and the second round comes in, guess what you have? You have all your bars and meter back for free when I chipped you out. That's not my fault you got chipped out. Your meters should not be rebuilding up that fucking fast and for free. There's no reason for that to even be a thing in this fucking game, and that's completely insulting, because it's just like, okay, yeah, you chipped me out, but guess what? I still have my defensive bars back. It's just like, yo, what's the point of me chipping you out at this point? What's the point of chipping somebody out in this game if their shit's gonna rebuild back up that fucking fast? That's not fair at all to the player that won that match and chipped that opponent out. That's not my fault you got chipped out. You understand what I'm saying? Another problem that I have is that you can break out of combos damn near like fucking 3 to almost fucking 4 times in the span of one fucking match. You understand what I'm saying? And it's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable how you could just break out of combos all the fucking time. I remember back in MK9, MKX, and Justice 1 and 2, if you got hit with a combo and you didn't have the bar meter to break out of that combo, you took a fucking combo. In this game, that shit don't fucking apply, bro. You just have everything at your disposal, bro. I remember when you had to think about what you wanted to use that bar meter for, whether you wanted to save that bar meter so you could break out of a combo in the next round, whether you wanted to try and cash out on damage, get plus frames, go through a gap, use it as a mind game when you're on the ground and the opponent's trying to go for an Oki / meaty. You had creative options. In this game, you can waste all your bars and meter with little to no consequences and repercussions for your actions whatsoever, and your shit just rebuilds up for free on its own, and that's completely bullshit and makes absolutely no sense. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why I think this game is very noob friendly, and why I think it caters to people who are not that good at the game. Just like with the fucking combos in this game, people are talking about, oh, I can finally do combos now, I can do this. I wonder why. Because you are trash. And I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. You're trash, and you want everything handed to you. And guess what? This game gave it to you because it's too noob friendly. That's why there's a lot of people having an issue with this fucking game, and why they don't really like this game like that. Because how is it that I had to work really hard to get good at this game? You understand what I'm saying? or Mortal Kombat in general. You understand what I'm saying? I had to perfect the combos, right? And be very creative with the combos, right? And then people complain about the game, oh, you know, the combos are too hard to do, blah blah blah, cluck cluck cluck, all that corny ass shit. And now, guess what? Everything is just handed to you. That's not how it's supposed to. That's not how it's supposed to work, man. That's literally not how it's supposed to work. Your shit's just recharging up on its own, and that probably would explain why these stages are so big and why there's so many zoners, because they want you to play the fucking runaway game where you could just have your meter recharge up on its own for free. That's ridiculous, man. That's literally ridiculous. And then another issue I have is with all these fucking zoners, dude. This guy, he couldn't handle that smoke up close, so he decided to take it upon himself to constantly zone me when Baraka in this variation is not a zoner in this variation. But because he couldn't fight me straight up, he wanted to sit there and stay away and zone as much as possible and chip away at my health. And once I figured out his playstyle, he got his ass whooped. So it just, the problem that I have with this game is that, you know, they're promoting beginner play way too fucking much, and that's one of my biggest issues with this game, is that they're promoting beginner play. And there's a lot of high level players that come out and say this shit too. I ain't the only nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You guys can look this shit up. I ain't making none of this shit up. But then again, I'm bad at the game. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trash. I suck. I'm this. I'm that. Yeah. I've heard all that shit 1,000 times over, and it still didn't change my opinion, and it's still not going to change how I personally feel about this game. The game, for me, and another problem that I have with this game, is that it's pretty boring and hella repetitive, and that's not a good sign at all. Even with Injustice 2, dude, it was somewhat entertaining to a certain degree when people wasn't necessarily zoning. The combo potential you had in that game was so much better in that game than this game. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a lot of corny ass shit in this game that makes absolutely fucking no sense, man. And I'm kind of sick and tired of it, man. I'm kind of sick and tired of it, and I hope that they decide to take a lot of time and think about the decisions that they made, and they take it upon themselves to fix this fucking game. There's other issues that I've explained, but I've already explained all that back in the past. But I wanted to touch on major ones that I found very problematic. Kung Lao, Kodokan need a frame data rework still. They still haven't done that. There's still certain shit in this game that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy how many zoners are in this fucking game, bro. It's unbelievable. When has Mortal Kombat ever been a super zone heavy game? You see how this dude plays, man? And when I get in, he barely knows what the fuck to do. It's corny, bro. This shit is mad corny. You understand what I'm saying? And this is just how I personally feel about the game right now. This is what I hope they do to change it. There's other issues that I have, but you guys can look that up on my YouTube channel. I said everything that I had to say back in the past, but I wanted to see, I want to see certain changes done in this game. And not only that, man, the roster is trash, bro. It's fucking garbage. It's straight doodle like some ass tissue. So it's just like, yo, what is this nonsense right now? I feel like this game is a smack in the face, bro. And people are gonna deny it. People are gonna talk shit and run their mouth and all this corny ass shit. You know, shit that I heard a fucking 1,000 times and shit. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I just think that this game is very noob friendly. Dude, my little brother was literally going against a guy in casual matches that literally made it to demigod or whatever the fuck that shit's called, and this nigga is a beginner player, bro. Like, he don't know anything and he made it to demigod. Why are you rewarding people who are not that good at the fucking game? So, you know what, it is what it is, man. I remember when I first started playing Mortal Kombat, my older brother would literally beat my ass. Like, he was whooping my ass, my nigga. Like, he was fucking my shit up, right? And then it motivated me to get better at the game, right? I was trying to figure out what I did wrong. I was trying to understand how this worked. And when I decided to play online matches when I got a little bit older and stuff, I started getting my ass whooped. I started losing a lot of matches. I started just losing and losing and losing. And at the end of the day, it's all about learning from your mistakes and just improving and getting a lot better. But in this game, they just hand everything to you for free. I got friends and homegirls that are very, very experienced at playing fighting games that have taught me some things, and then I already knew how to combo, but all they did was really improve my skill, and that's pretty much it. I don't care about being the best player in the world. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm just a regular nigga that posts up YouTube videos, and that's pretty much it. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing I don't like, and one thing that I really know for a fact that is not cool is you're promoting beginner play. That's not right. Characters in this game barely got any goddamn combo strings, bro. Like, come on, are you serious? There's certain variations in this game that are completely useless. There's only, like, Cassie Cage only has one solid ass variation that she could technically only use. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've seen people literally try to use other variations and stuff like that, bro, and it just didn't go well for them. It really did not go well for them. And I kid you not. I seen my homegirl playing this one nigga, right? This chick got 4,000 wins, 2,000 losses, and she's really fucking good, right? And she was whooping this nigga's ass because he was using Shang Tsung's shapeshifter training variation. And dude, the damage that Shang Tsung gets in that variation is so depressing. It's so depressing. But you know what? I'm not going to keep going. I said everything that I had to say way back in the past, and I'm not going to address this for a while because I just wanted to talk about certain things that I wanted to change or what I want to see changed in this game. And I hope that they, you know, live up to what they're known for, which is making a good game. Right now, this game is not all that. There are people saying that this is a good game, but that's not entirely true. So there's one more thing that I wanted to say. You can up 2, you can up 3, you can delay your wake up, you can tech roll forwards, you can tech roll backwards, you can randomly jump like a wild man. Sometimes you can randomly down 1 or swing like a wild man on wake up. How is it that I have a hit advantage of 20 frames and you still have all your defensive options? And I remember back in the old NRS games, if I hit you with a hard knockdown, you wasn't able to roll. How is it that I have to fear you when I'm the one whooping your ass and I have the advantage, but in reality I don't have the hit advantage because the game put up 2 middle fingers and said fuck you? How the fuck does that make sense? Figure that out for me. It's fucking crazy as hell, man.